himself well and truly back in the match.
Yeah, needs to win this set though, doesn't he, realistically? Got to hold his throw, first and foremost. 3 breaks of throw in this man's favour so far in this match. Switching down for 19s, Vincent van der Voort. Always seems to find trouble 19 with at least one. And he's done that nicely. Now, Winstanley looking to set up a finish.
Yes, there are some players who prefer match play, and it's just legs only, no sets involved at all. He's going for treble 20 again. And then there are those who prefer set play these because they can put the last set behind them and start again. Now this lad could do that by getting this, his first leg of the match. Good marker, come on, he says, as he does so often, but again falling short and giving Van der Voort a chance.
20 for tops to really hurt Dean Winstanley. This is a big shot for Van der Voort. He's let Winstanley off the hook, and he knows it. Time to deliver at the double, Dino.
Yes. Dino has hit the double at last. 1 out of 9, but you've got to start somewhere. Now then, his fans are beginning to come to life.
Can he use that as a confidence boost? Can he use it to kick on? Not with darts like that. He's frustrated, Dean Winstanley. This is nice from Vincent van der Voort. 100. Nice steady ton with the darts.
I think they think it's Boxing Day already. But
134.
Great darts there from the Yorkshireman. Good old TC, never forgotten. Hey, Tommy Coop.
Indeed. Oh. And
54.
again, a little bit of frustration creeping in for Dean Winstanley here. Van der Voort looking to kick on and hold his throw, needs a treble, down for 19s and gets there again. The point I made just a few moments ago, he always seems, with one dart at least, to find that treble 19.
Yeah, throwing with great confidence, Van der Voort. And although he's in the high 80s with his average, you do sense that he's playing with a lot more confidence and rhythm than he did the other night against Stuart Kellett. Treble 20 there. The thing about this set, though, Winstanley knows, he's experienced enough to know that if he holds his throw, he wins the set. That's all important. Admittedly, it invites a touch of brinkmanship, but what he's got to do, just win the set.
Double 16. No problem. Van der Voort holds his throw. And you say all he's got to do is hold his throw, Winstanley, John, but he's under pressure to do so now, because if Van der Voort breaks and then throws for a third set, he's in deep trouble. But this is more like it. A third 180 for the man they call over the top, Dean Winstanley.
I'm glad you said he's under pressure to do so, because he's one of those players who absolutely thrives on that. He seems to respond to being in adversity. Now then, things are getting interesting, folks. Dean Winstanley, back-to-back 180s, and you know what that means. And another one from Van der Voort. What a leg of darts this is. Oh, 2 more on. Oh, double 12 for the 9-dart finish. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Winstanley could hit nothing, it seemed, then suddenly produces a magical leg like that.
Dean Winstanley was not at his best, but he was then. Where has he found that from? Simply sensational. Dean Winstanley.
Well, Vincent van der Voort knows that that is a very special moment for a very special player. He provides us with that kind of entertainment. Even in adversity, 2 sets down, he provides magic at Christmas time.
And what a reaction! And there was I just a few moments earlier saying he's under pressure, he's well below his best.
And what did I say to you? He thrives on the pressure.
Absolutely.
He's one of those players who is lifted by being under pressure. Amazing, unbelievable, but we've seen it, we've witnessed it, it certainly happened.
Listen to the crowd now. They are loving this. We knew it'd be a cracking match.
100.
And Winstanley is refusing to lie down and take defeat. If he can win this leg, he wins the set, and it is game very much on.
Yes, and we've got to remember that, of course, he has got to reassemble himself, because it would really amount to little if he were to go on and lose this match as a result of losing this set and the next. After that, great moment, settle it down and fire away.
95.
Dean Winstanley has only won 2 legs in the match. One of them, a 9-darter.
Yes, it had taken him
100.
9 darts to hit his first double.
106.
But his second double came at the end of a 9-darter. Strange old game, isn't it? Strange old game. Now he'll come back for 1-2-2 here. The last time he wanted it, he got single 18, treble 18, and just missed the ball. Is he going to go the same way? Surely, Nige.
Treble 18 ball he can go for now, Winstanley. Bullseye, can it be something special again? Oh, so near. And Van der Voort looking to level the 3rd set at 2 legs all.
That was a replay, wasn't it, of the previous 1-2-2 attempt? And now Van der Voort, and credit to him, you know, credit to Van der Voort. It's the other player too who can get caught up in the moment when a 9-dart finish is struck. Both players have settled down magnificently after those magical moments, but this is a leg of all legs for both players for very different reasons.
Yes, it can be 3-0 to Van der Voort or 2-1 to Van der Voort. There's a huge difference. Nice from Winstanley. Oh, beautiful! 5 180s for Dean Winstanley. He's brought his game to life big time. 7 between them, and Van der Voort fails to find a treble.
Come on, he says. If ever a player lived the game of darts he plays, it's Dean Winstanley. But is that in? Now, the referee's got to look carefully at that. It is touching the board. Had it not been, it would not have counted. 140 wanted. Double 10!
Oh! And no major pressure for Winstanley, because Van der Voort's not on a finish. But it looks like Dean Winstanley, who has just hit a 9-darter, is also going to win his first set of the match. Double 5. 1-2-2 now. Oh, he's hit 20.
Well, he can consider himself fortunate that Van der Voort is way back on 155. Unfortunate should Van der Voort get it, and he's not going to. But can't afford to make the same mistake this time, Winstanley. He deserves this set. It's the set of all sets for him. Should he hit this double 5? Well, class and control combined, and Dean Winstanley is back in this match.
What do you think of the show so far, folks? It's not bad, this, is it? Brilliant darts between 2 great players. And Van der Voort now, who had things his own way in the 2 opening sets of the game, is facing a test of character now, because this guy is determined and forceful, and Gary has now hit half a dozen 180s.
Well, you've seen the form of a man in the last few legs who is quite capable of winning this tournament. And Van der Voort in this kind of form can be a threat to anybody too. It is magnificent. Suddenly the game lifted. 366 for the tournament. 588 is the record. But we've got lots of darts to be thrown yet.
100.
Well, a couple of tortoises on stage earlier, now we've got a couple of hares.
Yes, it is a hair raiser as well, isn't it? Brilliant darts from Winstanley. He leaves himself on 24 with a 174 score, and now this is moving along the pace. I think Winstanley has quickened up a touch as well, and it's done him well. The double 12, which gave him the 9 darter a few minutes ago, gives him there yet another leg. He's on a roll, Winstanley. What a game, what a recovery.
Absolutely, Van der Voort is rocked by the Yorkshireman.
42.
Saw his interview immediately after beating Mervyn King, and you could see what it meant to Dean Winstanley.
55.
Well, he has that same never say die spirit, and I had the great privilege of commentating on Gary Anderson and John Bowles the other day in what was a magnificent match, and I likened Bowles to Winstanley. They have that same attitude. He will never ever quit, whatever the circumstance.
Typical Yorkshireman.
Yes, he is, isn't he? And Bowles, whilst he's not a Yorkshireman, comes from a part of the world where they play their sport hard.
Absolutely.
58.
And Van der Voort has seen a dip in his form, just as Winstanley has gone up more than one gear. Could it be 7 180s? Winstanley is back to his best, and how? And look at this for a response from Van der Voort.
That was unlucky. That was a 180 for sure. But 111 for Winstanley. He's won the first leg against the throw. He's going for this one with the throw. He'll leave it handy. Van der Voort, sadly for him, because of that bounce out, can't finish.
Well, if you'd fancied and planned a nice, quiet, peaceful Sunday afternoon with us here, forget it!
51.
Forget it indeed. Oh, that's unlucky again. Now, how is that going to affect him? Because he's been hit hard in the last few legs by Winstanley. But I think you've already had your answer, folks. 2 treble 20s to follow it. But double top here. And a different player now to the one earlier in the game. Gets the double. He took 9 darts to hit his first double, hit his second at the end of a 9-darter, and this game is turning around. It'll be 2 sets all if Winstanley is not stopped in his tracks by the Dutchman.
Effectively, Dean gave Vincent a 2-set start in this match and has really stepped it up. I felt before the game Winstanley was the clear favourite in my eyes on the first round form alone.
96.
But it was Vincent who made a mockery of that. And now, it could well be that we're going to go all square after 4 sets.
But you know, Nigel, what's impressive about this match as much as anything, they've been in the 80s for most of the game. And as Winstanley has upped the ante, so too has Van der Voort. They're both now 93. In fact, their averages, but for 100th of a point, are identical. That's the 11th 180 of the match. Now make it 12. You'll have to whiz that around a little bit quicker the way these two are going. And isn't he enjoying it?
Well, you can't fail to enjoy a game like this, can you?
105.
Well, if you are just switching over from the football, Swansea Manchester United 1 apiece. You've joined us in a thrilling contest here, including a 9-darter for Dean Winstanley, which we'll show you again very shortly.
Yes, it's worth seeing, folks, and as exciting almost as the Premier League running last season as Winstanley looks at 120.